Welcome back to the fifth episode of US license plate quote unquote tutorials. Well, I guess at this point it kind of is. I'm really trying to not use a cheat thing. This I have the Wikipedia up. I'm trying not to use this. If there's a specific plate I want to showcase, I will. But for now, I'm going to try to do two rounds in this video as opposed to one round in each of my previous videos, just to give a little bit more context. And then I will probably go back to recording some regular U.S. geoguessing. Once I get to maybe 20-25 episodes of that, I'll probably switch to Canada because U.S. and Canada are obviously U.S. and Canada are obviously two of the hardest regions to guess and in tournaments. So I'd like to eventually play in one of those tournaments, but we'll see. You know, I have to get a lot better at countries that are not the U.S. and Canada. But I mean, I am American, so and I have lived within a couple hours of the Canadian border my entire life. So it's, I'm partial to that area. So without further ado, we will move on to, I think this is, like I said, I think this is episode 5 is what this is. So USA license. All right. Again, I'm going to try my best to not use any clues outside of license plates until I have to. Right off the bat, we have a light blue top with a yellow bottom. This might be a newer Nebraska or Iowa plate. If memory serves, and if it is, I'll show the plate after that. Gulf Town. Golf to me says it's not Nebraska or Iowa. I do not have a front plate here. I do not have a front plate here or here. So we are in a no front plate state. Nebraska happens to be such a state. Now that I'm looking around here a bit more, PPG Arena, Pittsburgh Paints and Glass, 579, 76, 79, 380. This should actually be 5Kable, honestly. 7th Ave, Grant Street. Like I said, I'm trying to not go off of anything but plates and other kind of generic clues. I'm trying to avoid any kind of specific names, area codes. Einstein Brothers Bagel is another, I know that's a Northeast company. So PPG Arena is Bigelow Boulevard, 79. So another tip or trick for the US, which is probably well known, is that the interstate numbers, the interstate numbering system in the US, and maybe I might do a video on this, but other people have. So the interstate numbering system goes from low in the west to high in the east for north to south interstates, and they're all odd numbers. So any odd number interstate you see, if it's if it's Highway 1, if it's Interstate 1, Interstate 5, it's in California. If it's Interstate 95, it's somewhere along the East Coast. That's the way it goes. And then you also go from north to south, or from south to north. So Interstate 10's down in Texas. Interstate 90 is up in the northern part of the country. So, and PPG is Pittsburgh, I think Pittsburgh Plate Glass, or Pittsburgh Paint Group. I don't know. But PPG Arena is probably in Pittsburgh. Also 579 and 376. I happen to know that 579 and 376 are found near Pittsburgh. So Grant Street and 7th Ave in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, US. Interesting that you don't see necessarily a lot of front plates. Pennsylvania, I don't know if they require front plates, but if I nail this, I will pull up the cheat sheets that I have and we will take a look. But so I'm looking for 579, 376, and I'm at the intersection of 7th Ave and Grant Street. So here's 376 right here. So here's another thing. The 3-digit numbers are actually like bypasses, to use the European term. They're not the main interstates. The main interstates are all two digits, but 376 connects to 76 and basically goes around a city. So that's why it's a 3-digit uh, number. So I know 376 is going to be connecting to 76. So 76 is in Pittsburgh. So I have 76 here. And I see 279 here, but I'm looking for 579. We have I-79 here. To me, we're still going to be in Pittsburgh because I think PPG Arena might be where the Pittsburgh Penguins play. But is there a 579? It might be really in tight to like the downtown core. So I'm also looking, if I see a 380, I will also make use of that. Again, this was, I don't want to say I gave up, but this plate was really, really hard to guess without front plates too. It doesn't make sense for it to be Pennsylvania, because Pennsylvania is white in the middle, blue at the top, yellow at the bottom. This looks like it's mostly blue and yellow, and this one looks like it has the same plate, which to me says it's probably not custom. Now, if I'm going back to if memory serves, I think Pennsylvania does require front plates, so we may be looking for a different 370. No, 376 is going to be Pittsburgh no matter what. So let's kind of zoom in here, see if I can potentially Acrisure Stadium, PNC Park. See if I can find there's 279. I'm not seeing 380 anywhere. But I'm relatively sure we're just in Pittsburgh somewhere. And again, that's because of 376. I don't know what plate that would be that we're seeing, though. It's just kind of annoying me. I've got 279. Unless there's a... whatever. Let's do a quick scan here. North 579, south 579, 376 says we're going to be kind of up here. Look for anything that's potentially, so we've got 80 here, 77, unless we're over in Ohio somewhere, but that wouldn't make sense either. We've got to be somewhere in Pennsylvania. There's 422. We got to be somewhere in Pennsylvania, somewhere near. Yeah, so you see PPG Aquarium. So yeah, Pittsburgh Plate Glass. If I can find the actual arena. So 579. Oh, here's 579. Oh, here. Oh, okay. We might be able to 5K this after all. So Grant Street and 7th Ave. 5th Ave, Center Ave. And we have this, I'm guessing this is this bridge here. Oh, wait, is that Center Ave? Did I say we have Grant Street? 7th Ave and Grant Street. Bedford Ave, Lincoln Highway. And we know that 579 North goes to, we know that 579 North goes to the arena. And we know that the arena is here. So this has got to be Locust Street, Watson Street, Vine Street. What was this? Oopsies. Grant Street. So I'm looking. Grant Street is going to run north-south. Marion Street goes Forbes Ave, 5th Ave, Call Street, Watson Street. Yeah, I wouldn't be able to tell you, but I think we're probably, if I can find Grant Street somewhere. Yeah, screw it. We're somewhere in this. I think we're somewhere potentially in this area. I don't know. Somewhere. Let's just go down here. Okay, so we were over there. We were on the other side. All right, that took way too long. But I don't know. Okay, so here's a distinct-ish plate, and we see a lot of plates. Is this Oklahoma? Because I know Oklahoma. I don't think this. So Oklahoma's looks like a blue with a white slash across it, but I don't think this is in the right spot to be Oklahoma's. I'm almost tempted to say this might be Illinois. I mean, we have a prison of some description here. Reserve parking, 3rd Judicial Circuit. I should know this plate. I will look it up later. But boy, it is. I really am leaning towards Oklahoma with that plate, but I just don't think it is. Let's see if I can see any fronts. There's no fronts on that, no fronts on that. No, that may be a government vehicle. Yeah, this is a tough one. I mean, could be Illinois. No, Illinois requires fronts. So that much blue on the plate, no fronts required. So that much blue. So no fronts required is basically Arizona, New Mexico, Kansas, Nebraska, most of the Southeast. That much blue on the plates. Is there any sort of foliage around? No, not to speak of. Very tricky one. I think this is another blue plate. I think I'm just going to get this wrong. No front plate. I really want to say it's Oklahoma. Like probably OKC or Tulsa near a prison. I don't know if I'm going to find a prison. Whatever. Screw it. Just going to go OKC. It was Detroit, Michigan. All right. So here's a good example of where you can look, Michigan has several plates, but I did not think these are the current plates, but I guess maybe it's these pure Michigan plates because it's got, that could be with the blue and the blue. Okay. So that's going to be a tell. So, because you saw it's blue at the bottom, blue lettering on a white background, it blurs out to be that. And Michigan does not require front plates. So that's what that is. Man, this is going to be a long one. I'm only, 2 rounds in? It's like 13 minutes already. What have we here? I don't see a front plate there. So we're in another no front plate state. Immediately narrows it down. Can't make out that plate that well. So this is the problem, Gem 4. They did this fuzzing. Makes it much, much harder. This is a large stadium. I don't see any team names, team numbers, team logos. Looks like it's... Oh, I know where this is. Hang on. So I've been here. I'm 99% sure this is Nissan Stadium in Nashville, Tennessee. It's right on the river. It's right across from downtown. Tennessee doesn't require front plates. I couldn't tell you if these are Tennessee plates. I mean, again, if I go back to my cheat sheet, I could potentially, which I'm looking at now. I could potentially, depending on, like I said, I'm pretty sure this is Gem 4 coverage. So yeah, this is actually Tennessee, but I knew that because of Nissan Stadium. So, very, very recent Gem 4 might have this, but you're going to see this kind of, you might see actually any one of these kind of green to white. But yeah, I recognize, so I've been to Nashville. I recognize this lighting setup. This is the parking lot for Nissan Stadium in Nashville, which is somewhere where it's on. It's going to take me a minute to find it. Yeah, so parking lot. We're probably in parking lot H, I would guess. Let's see if I can even get the row right. maybe here. Okay, so we were the other side. But we were Nissan Stadium. I did recognize those lights. Oh yeah, okay, so I was thinking that the part I'd been in, which is here along Broadway, was on the other side of the street. I thought it was east. I didn't realize that was the west side of the river. Okay, so that wasn't too bad. All right. Black letters on a white background. Gonna blur out to this. Here we have. This is a very distinct plate, and I cannot remember it for the life of me right now. The blue with the yellow letters at the top. I can't remember what state that is, but it is a very unique pattern. And again, I'm trying my damnedest not to cheat, but this is kind of a tutorial. It's not Pennsylvania. Do we see front plates? Everybody is pulled in. Wait, no, not everybody is pulled in. We do see front plates. What state is that? What state is that? Requires front plates, blue. I want to say it's one that that's easy to forget about. If I think down, it's not on the East Coast. Is it perhaps... I think it might be Iowa. It was Nebraska. Which again is interesting because I don't think Nebraska. Okay, Nebraska does. Again, to the cheat sheet, which I didn't use because I would have got it otherwise. Where is Nebraska on this sheet? Yep, it's that. It's this plate right here. Again, very distinct pattern. Should have known it, but that's why I'm making these videos. We're likely in New York here. Oh, there's a gold plate, blue top. That's going to be New York. This could be a newer New York plate, especially with being Gen 4 coverage. They have a couple different ones. Yeah, I'm going to say we're in the state of New York somewhere. Gonna see if I can narrow it down at all. But it may be very difficult to do. These older style houses, I'm kind of thinking we're downstate. This is an interesting color scheme for the road signs. I don't recognize it. I don't recognize this particular. I'm going to say we're probably somewhere in the vicinity of in the New York metro area, maybe a little bit north. And we were actually up in Saratoga Springs. All right. Well, I got New York right again. That license plate, that was actually a license plate guess. So not my proudest round, but not my worst either. I thought I was going to try to maybe do 2 this episode, but apparently not. So until next time, keep guessing.